People just want to be seen with things right now. Honestly, that is one of the hardest things that I've come to terms with in this world. That people just want to be seen with assets. People want to be seen with followers. People want to be seen with some kind of status. Alright, so if you are new to my channel, I'm Suzu. If you're someone who wants to call out BS plus also working on it with a helping hand, you found the right channel. Now let's get going. I think people have genuinely forgotten what the term friendship, what the term relationship refers to. Pardon me, I don't intend to generalize anything, but it does help to put things into perspective with things that are common. But I'm not saying this applies to everyone. If you have 100 friends, someone can say, oh my goodness, I have 100 friends. But how many of those 100 actually give one? Actually care about you, actually ask about you? And additionally, you need to remember, do you pour enough energy into all 100 of those friends? If you do, that's exhausting as hell. So you probably shouldn't do that. But at the same time, how many of those people care? And I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone, okay? It's fine. You want to be wise with who you're with online, etc. I completely get that. In a situation like this, in a year like this, we're in 2026 and we are so obsessed with AI. So many people have turned to AI as a companion. You know how sad that is? And I wish to say this, okay? If you are someone who's fallen prey to this, I have as well. It's painful. So listen to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna zoom in so you guys know I'm being serious. It's not easy to care for someone that much. It's exhausting, I'll be honest. When you want to connect with someone, it's exhausting. Nowadays, it's so exhausting. But at the same time, if you have given someone the expectation that you're going to be a friend, you have to live up to it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just like, we're going to be friends, I think people use that so casually nowadays. People just befriend people because they just want that number to appear on their profile. But how often do you connect with them? We have made friendships turn into just civil strangers. That's it. That's not what a friend is. I had a conversation with one of my viewers the other day about friendships, what makes a good friend. And it really did make me think, okay, wow, I've been put on the spot. But at the same time, I was just really, really curious because I was like, whoa, I never really actively deeped that. I was thinking to myself, wow, someone who extends a hand more than a stranger. Do you see what I'm saying? A friend is supposed to be someone who does more than just your average stranger. A stranger can be kind, but they're not someone who's reliable. A friend should be reliable. Now, you don't want to say, okay, I'm always going to be here for you. You know they're not always going to be here for you, but are they here for you at all? Or can you just rely on the next stranger? That's exactly what we unfortunately lack. So it's either you text first, they just never text unless you do. You take initiative when they never do. And sometimes it's the other way around. They take initiative, but we don't. Okay. Ooh. Bubbles! Alright, let's do this. That's the sad truth. I think that a lot of us have just been that's why a lot of people turn to AI. And it's really, really sad. Because AI is not a solution either. It fills you up with unrealistic depictions of relationships. And the sad truth is some people, unfortunately, treat it like it's the only companion that cares. But I get it, okay? I've had a moment like that. But thankfully, I've broken free of it. And I just want to tell you, please be sensible and realize that these are just bots. They don't have feelings. They're catered to say things that make you feel comfort. But people are where you get true experience from. That's one thing I needed. When I used to be obsessed with these AI bots, I used to tell myself, you know what? I don't gain exposure. I don't gain true value. I don't gain any experience. It's people that teach me. So if I feel pain, people teach me how to heal. People teach me how to do this. A bot can't do anything. Yeah, it can give me temporary relief, but it can't fill this void. Okay? And that's the thing. A good friend is someone who listens to you, is a friend that reaches out to you, who knows what's up, okay? We're not mind readers, but we have to check in with one another every so often, right? Some people don't text me that much, but it's okay. They still reach out to me and say, hi, Suzu, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You don't have to owe someone a 24/7. That's kind of annoying, I can't lie. If someone keeps asking me, how are you 24/7, it gets annoying. But you have to go beyond the house, okay? Because a stranger can ask you, how are you? Okay. But a friend would say, okay, I noticed you're not all right. Or I noticed that this happened. Or congratulations for this achievement. You know, I just feel like we've lost that. And as someone who's been through a crap ton of friendships and just general pain, I know what it's like. We have lost the literal plot. And I'm not trying to set some unrealistic standard, okay? I'm not saying you have to jump into a fire to, save someone. But I'm saying it is the bare minimum to text someone first or back. Like, with some of my friends, we could go months without talking to each other, but then we connect like we've never been apart. That is a good relationship. That's a good connection. But if it's something like, hi, how are you? And then you text me like 2 years later and you're like, do you still remember me? And I don't. Oh, I wonder why. It's so sad. Like, it's just, how are we operating backwards? AI has made people lazier. We should be working on how to optimize our potential, not have something do it for us. And then with connections, we should have an understanding from centuries ago, like how friendships work, how to be genuine. Why are we acting like a-holes? As a society, by the way. I just don't understand. What is it that's making people act dumber? We should be getting smarter, more intellectual. We have all of this technology that's being developed and we're acting like a bunch of idiots. I'm talking about society in general, by the way. And I want to say this to anyone who is struggling with friendships, with connections. I've been there. I've been a lone wolf. I've had lunch by myself on a table. I've sat by myself. I've had those break times, those lunch times, sat at the library by myself. I've had those moments. Okay. And I just want to tell you that it's better to be by yourself than be with the wrong people. But at the same time, okay, you have to keep trying, honey. And you have to be a good influence yourself. If someone treats you like crap, you don't follow the idiot. We're not playing follow the idiot. If someone acts stupid, I'm not going to be inspired to act dumb. I'm going to be inspired to not be like that. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm so grateful to God that I'm not like that. Not in an arrogant way, but in a way that's just humble. Because I'm like, okay, wow, at least I care for people. I want to care for people. I want to appreciate people. And that's what I do. And I want to be so honest with something as well. It's so hard to give a damn sometimes. So with my friends right now, sometimes I just tell them, it's not that I dislike you, it's just I'm having a rough patch. Because sometimes intrusive thoughts, sometimes past experiences, they get in the way. But at the same time, we can't let it define us. And you guys can think if it's BS or if it's cliche, I don't care. But we need to be told this. We need to actively tell ourselves, you know what? I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to be a good influence. I'm going to be someone who is going to give myself justice. If someone treats me like crap, I should not be inspired. I should be rejecting that. I should be disgusted. It's repulsive to me. So what I do is I care for people. And I know it sounds weird because you're always used to being thrown aside and then suddenly you're thinking about caring. Don't become like the enemy. We've lost what's genuine. And I'm not saying that this applies to every single individual. There are definitely good people out there, but they're being covered by sand. Because nowadays fakes are everywhere. Everyone wants to be seen with something. People want to be seen with so many followers. But how many of those followers actually reach out to you to appreciate you? And I'm not saying that people have to do that for me, but all I'm saying is from my own experience, because it's more realistic to talk about me while making a point like this, is that a very few amount of people actually care. So I'm not trying to say that those numbers don't matter, because people still support you at the end of the day. Like, look, someone pressed subscribe. I'm grateful. A lot of people did. I'm very grateful. But it's just understanding that who actually goes beyond the bare minimum. And that's another thing. Define your standards. If your bare minimum is, hi, how are you? That's an issue. That's just point blank an issue. That's like talking to a stranger. I'm sorry. But if your bare minimum is, okay, I want someone to, ask about my life updates or give me their life updates. And I'm not talking about any major thing. I'm just saying, what have you been up to? If you're my friend, you have to be in touch with me about these things. So with my current friends right now, we're in touch with each other. We tell each other about our lives. Even if it's boring, sometimes I just say I woke up and that's it. That's more entertaining than, hi, how are you? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it can be silly. But what matters is a good influence. That's another thing. Nowadays, people are crappy influences. Be around people you want to be. Like, be with someone who inspires you to be better. Don't be with someone who's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, rob a bank or something. You want to be with someone who you want to like kind of be like. You got to inspire each other. You got to hype each other up. Like sometimes I just go like, yeah, you're amazing at this. You're so cool. You're so amazing. And then like we just hype each other up, and it's just amazing because it shows that people actually care about your achievements. People care about what you do. Like I've had, one way you can tell if someone's actually genuine. Sorry, I keep zooming in. I'm trying to speak about something serious. I'm not trying to annoy anyone with camera angles. But what I'm saying is you want to be there for someone during the thick and the thin. And a lot of people, as painful as it is, have been around during the thin. Which means that when you're happy, when you're calm, people are around. But when you're going through a rough patch, hey, where'd you go, stranger? I'm holding your hand when I say this. Okay. It's not easy dealing with someone's rough patch. It's not easy, Nikki. It's not easy dealing with someone's rough patch. It's not easy having your own rough patch. So you have to be transparent with people. And I want to be even more clear. Nowadays, right, it's even harder to have connections because everyone has something going on. It's just being hidden under so many, like, I don't know, what's the word? It's been exposed now, sorry. People have been hiding their feelings for a while, and now it's just become transparent that no one is okay. It's exhausting. Dealing with someone's thick is not easy. Okay, let me explain what thin and by thick, I'm talking about the hardships. Because people are there when you're happy. People are there when you're cheerful. But when you're suffering, who is there? And I want to be real with you. Not everyone is going to be there for you all the time. You have to be there for yourself as well. That's the thing. You have to be mentally ready for that as well. And as someone who's going to tell you the point blank truth as well, listen to me, okay? It's not easy dealing with people's hardships. It's not easy. You need to have the mental capacity for that as well. If you're a friend, and you should listen to your friend as well. You should be heard and you should listen. And let me tell you, if someone is going through a rough patch, sometimes it is exhausting, okay? I talk about this with my friends as well. I tell them, okay, this is exhausting. It is taking a toll on me, but I'll shoulder it because I'm your friend. And it's not like I'm shouldering everything they're going through, but it's me understanding that as a friend, it is going to weigh on me. So be transparent with that. Don't just let everyone's problem become your problem, okay? If you're my friend, I will shoulder some of your pain, but obviously not all of it because I need to survive, first of all. And same with when I go through a hardship. No one should shoulder my pain entirely. But if you are a friend of mine, I'm not saying feel my pain in a terrible way. And I don't want anyone to think of it as, okay, I want them to suffer. I want them to do something crazy. No, that's not my intention. People just need to understand that you have to go through some kind of pain when you're with a relationship. There's no way that you won't feel pain. But at the same time, choose who you bleed for. That's the thing. If a friend of mine is hurt, in trouble, I would not be smiling and saying, okay, I'll save you. It's not like that. I'll listen to you. I'll be patient with you. And if I feel uncomfortable, I will tell you. But at the same time, I want to respect the other person's boundaries as well. Some people are sensitive, especially nowadays. So that's the thing. And it's very important to address these things. And I think that too many of us feel comfortable with just speaking what's on our minds, okay? But honestly, give some kind of trigger warning. Tell people, okay, I hope that you can listen to this. I hope you're not sensitive, because that's the thing. We want to be heard as human beings without a filter, but at the same time, you need to know that people themselves can be sensitive. And you can't just tell your whole life story to someone. You can't just jump from a level 1 friendship to level 10. You have to build everything in between. And the in-between part is the messiest. So how I dealt with it is I had to learn it. But you have to be good company yourself. And I think a lot of us need to be told this as well. While the other person doesn't care sometimes, we need to focus on whether we're a good influence. Because life is weird. When I met my friends, I didn't expect it. I didn't just randomly expect myself to just be friends with them. It was unexpected. But I also learned that with some of them, I wasn't a good influence myself. That doesn't go to say I was an a-hole. That says that, okay, I had to work on myself as well. I wanted to be a better influence. And people should make you want to do better. Not for pedestalization's sake, never. You shouldn't be better just so you can be more liked by someone, but you should be better just so you can, live life with this person. You should inspire each other to be better. And that's why surround yourself with people who want to do things that you want to do. If you're an ambitious person like me, be around people who emit that energy. Be around people who tell you, you know what, I can do this. Or even if it sucks, I know it's just a rough patch. Don't be around dismal people who will just be like, oh, this is not going to work. F that. I'm not being around someone like that. Because people often underestimate the people you're around are going to influence you, whether you realize it or not. And even if you say that's not true, why are you with these people? Genuine question. So I just want to get that through your heads. And like I said, being alone or loaning it is better than being around the wrong influence. So even if you're the only one who believes in this dream, even if you're the only one who believes in whatever you want to believe in, right? Be that, or be audacious. Be that person. Because that's it. Having yourself is fine. And then you'll meet other people along the way. Just focus on yourself. And do you often notice when you're so detached from everything, that's when things start to click, and that's when things catch you off guard? Oh yeah, it happens. Crazy. So yeah, be really wise with who you're around. And yeah, and be a good influence yourself. So many of us want to play victim and say, okay, I just want to have a good friend who does this. Why does no one like me? Do you like yourself? Hot take, but do you like yourself? If the answer is no, then let me be abundantly clear, okay? I'm going to hold your hand when I say this because I have some tough truths to tell. No one is going to be attracted to someone who doesn't like themselves. If you just outwardly show self-hatred energy, people are going to find that repulsive. People aren't going to like that. People don't chill with that energy. I don't. If someone DMs me or if someone talks to me and they always have this self-hatred, it's not attractive. And that doesn't go to say, I want you to say you love yourself all the time. That's another freaking issue. But what I'm saying is you need to show that you have enough self-compassion. If you dress a certain way that shows you care about yourself, that's good body language. If you talk about things or people in a respectful way, that's, morals. But if you keep saying, oh, my life sucks, oh, no one likes me, no one wants to be around someone like that. And as someone who used to be that way, I'm telling you this. So I'm not just saying, okay, I'm presumptuous, and some people might say, oh, it's easier said than done. I've been that way. I've been a complete deadbeat. I've been that kind of loser. And it's not fun. Okay? So I don't mean to offend anyone with this, but I need to tell you. And you don't want to be around someone like that either. See it the other way. Flip the script. Genuinely. Flip the script. Oh, I'm stuck. And that's what we don't do. We keep thinking from this victim mentality. So remember, it's not just about, okay, I don't have friends. Am I a good friend? Maybe you're doing more. Maybe you're clingy. That's not a good thing. So you might think you're caring for someone, but don't be so clingy. Or maybe think, okay, if someone was clingy with me, would I appreciate it? Now, some people might say, yeah, that's good. But if they're constantly clung onto you, that's not fun. So always evaluate it both ways. And I know this is something that people don't want to hear. That's precisely why I made this video. Okay, you want to be someone who can inspire and be inspired. Okay, I'm not trying to speak BS. I'm not trying to be idealistic. I'm speaking like for real. Like, what do you mean you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone who is a deadbeat? I don't want to be friends with someone like that. And if I tell myself I'm being friends, that's a privilege, okay? And when I say privilege, I'm not saying, okay, I'm a VIP, speak to me like I'm privileged. No. You are a friend, a select few people in my life. I will treat you like a friend. And if you don't treat me like a friend, you're just one of the people I know. Okay? It's not privilege, it's just me using common sense. Because if we don't have boundaries, we're going to call everyone our friends, even from the streets. So what is a friend? And make sure that you have a list of people. You don't have to write it. You can just think of it in your head, who are actually of those, you know, of those standards. If someone just asks you how you are and never reaches out to you again, or only reaches out to you because they need something, that's not a friend. I'm sorry to say that. If it is, you might as well make every stranger your friend. And that's the hard truth. So be a good influence yourself. Be someone who cares, but also see it the other way around. And if no one does care, and if you're still a good person, that does not mean you don't deserve good people. That means they're not here yet. And I know enough of us are tired of hearing this, but hear me out, okay? It's better to be by yourself than being with the wrong people. I've been with people, I felt like it's been, oh my goodness, I've been with the popular kids, okay? I've been with people who are popular. I've been with people who are so, I don't know, loved by everyone, and they sucked, okay? I still wasn't happy. I've been invited to events and stuff, and I still wasn't happy. I still felt like it was just me in the room. But then there were some people, barely anyone knew them, right? But we had so much fun. It felt like I was talking like we knew each other in past lives or something. So that's what people need to see. It's about the little connections. It's about the genuine aspects. It's not about how many followers you have. It's not about whether you're rich. It doesn't matter how many assets you have. It's all about the little connections. We're temporary beings, okay? One day we're all gonna go. And if you keep telling me that, oh, you only care about these fans, pathetic. These are fleeting things, but connections are lifelong. They last generations. You remember them as we go, and when people do leave this world eventually, we remember them, we treasure them, we cherish them. So yeah, remember, you want to be someone who is healthy, and you want to attract that, but you can't attract something if you don't possess it. Everything that you feel internally exudes externally. If you are a deadbeat, you're going to attract more deadbeat people. If you think well of yourself, you're going to attract people who think more well of themselves. That's just how things work. It doesn't have to be through a belief. That's just how subconscious neural pathways, all of those things work. That's the wiring of the brain. So what you have to realize is that you do have a factor. If you keep playing victim, if you keep saying, okay, blah, 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 that's not helping. But let me still say, in all honesty, because this video is not about blaming anyone and just taking accountability, it's also saying that things suck nowadays. Everything's just lost its value. Companies have sold their souls to AI. I'm sick and tired of seeing AI adverts. I'm sick and tired of seeing real companies I used to actually chill and resonate with being replaced by these stupid robots. And yes, some of them have actually used AI. And you can hear it as well. I saw a freaking English speaking platform and they used AI to teach you how to speak English. Anyway, I think I'm going to go off topic, so I'm just going to end it here. But please know this. You want to be someone who is good. And even if you feel like no one cares, right? You got to care about yourself. Because it's better to be beloved to yourself and not lose yourself than being around the wrong people. You never want to be someone who loses themselves just chasing after other people. It's not worth it. Why do we pedestalize people? We're all human beings. We're all going to go under the soil. There we go. Spoiler, spoiler. And that's just the thing. We don't see that. We always see people as higher than us. That's not true. Okay? We all have something going on. Hey, even the unicorn saying no. No. You can't be in denial. I hope you're okay. And I know that this is a lot to discuss, but I still want to wish the best for everyone watching. We have truly lost the plot, but at the same time, don't lose yourself. Be genuine, be amazing, don't be like the a-holes, and you'll see that people will reach you at the right time. If not, you can still be an inspiration to lead. That's why leaders are solo, but everyone follows them. But anyway, I guess I will see you guys in some other video. Yep, over. Hey, unicorn. My unicorn is saying no. Okay, bye.